So it's another dog walk, and maybe this is just when I have time to think and process feelings, ideas, I don't know. But today it might be a bit of a rant, and I'm gonna try to throw in some helpful ideas and guidance, but I'm pretty keyed up on this topic right now. There's that New York Times opinion article. It was not a New York Times article. I think it's important that we use the correct terminology when we talk about things. But a New York Times opinion article that liberal feminism is ruining the workplace. Everyone's saying it's a New York Times article, women are ruining the workplace. Not quite it. It's an opinion article that liberal feminism is ruining the workplace. Now, I'll start by saying I did not read the whole thing. I couldn't. I got too angry. I tried. I did. I tried to go through it, but I got really angry, and then I couldn't. So I stopped. And then I started making this video about how angry I am. I wish I could get through it. Maybe I'll go back to it. It seemed to be more of a discussion about wokeness, which really is when I got mad. And I don't think I've addressed this before. Wokeness is not new. Wokeness is not bad. Wokeness is also something that has been appropriated by liberal whites. White liberal people have taken over woke, and that is also something that enrages me too. The appropriation of so many things from Black and brown cultures that happens, and now it's twisted and it's turned into something that's bad. Just again, like so many other things, it's never ending. But being woke, the original intention, stay woke, like be on your guard for things that are happening around you, because it's not safe out here for Black people. It's not safe out here for brown people. And that's the way it's been for so long. That's the way it still is. And I don't see how that has anything to do with feminism in the workplace. Your convoluted nonsense in your opinion essay is so hateful. It's so obviously hateful. Your own self-hatred, your own the things that we've been taught for so long. I was taught to sit quietly and be pretty. That's it. My whole childhood was to sit quiet and be pretty, and to not be loud, to not ask difficult questions, do as you're told, and that's it. And it pissed me off from a very young age. And I was never freaking good at it. I will tell you that much. And I got in trouble, and I had a lot of difficult times. I went to private school, and that was in elementary, and I was pretty obedient then. But when I went to middle school, I was in Catholic school, and I was very less obedient. I think I got tired of having my questions ignored. Being in a religious environment, there was a lot that didn't make sense to me. There were a lot of questions that I had, and not getting answers ever, and being made to feel like there's something wrong with me because I have questions about things that literally make no sense at all. And how is that my fault to, try to seek clarity for something that makes no sense? And I'm the one who has a problem. But what you're saying, whatever, I'm digressing. Anyway, we were taught as women, for the most part, to be quiet, to be humble, to be peaceful, to take care of, and to not expect, right? Don't be expectant of anything, of respect. Don't expect respect. Don't expect to be given anything. Don't expect to be treated fairly. Don't expect. Don't expect. And some of us are like, okay, cool. That's what you're telling me, so that's what I'll do, and that's totally chill. And then there are others, like me. No, thank you, sir. No, thank you, ma'am. I'm going to expect. I'm a human. There is no reason that I should not expect more. What is the difference between me and my brothers that I have to take care of those around me while they can just sit on the couch and do nothing? I am Puerto Rican, and for some of you who grew up in Hispanic culture, or I know Asian culture, and actually any non-white American culture, I think you probably are familiar with the fact that the girls, the daughters, take care of, especially the oldest daughter is expected to take care of all things, and the boys, no, they don't. There are literally no expectations of the boys to do anything. And yeah, that never seemed right to me. That never seemed appropriate to me. And so I asked questions, and I rebelled, and I said, that's not fair. Of course, I was told life's not fair. Well, why is life not fair? That doesn't make sense. I never accepted any of these things. I could not accept any of these things. I refused to accept what I was told. I refused to accept what was given to me. And I fought against it. And yeah, I got in a lot of trouble. I had a lot of fights with my parents. I had a lot of fights with the people around me. I did not have a lot of friends growing up. It didn't work very well for me as I was growing up. But I'll tell you what, it's worked well for me as I've gotten older, as I've pushed boundaries, asking those questions, thinking outside of the box, pushing limits has done well for my career. It's done well in my relationships. And I'll say I have had a lot of relationships go sideways really quickly, because no, I would not settle for a guy who, if I asked questions and pushed boundaries with him, he'd be like, nah, what you, well, okay, you're not the guy for me. I'm moving on. I would make those decisions very quickly, and it took a long time, but I did find someone who I've now been with for 17 years, and he is the absolute perfect person for me. No, our relationship isn't perfect, but we communicate really well. We love each other, and I can't imagine life with anybody else, because I push him and he pushes me, and we respect each other, and it freaking works. So not accepting what has just been told to me, I could never. And I think in the workplace, here's the thing. Yeah, we're all adults. We're all professionals. We do have bosses. Nobody knows what they're doing, okay? Nobody knows what they're doing. And for someone to tell you something, this is what you shall be doing from now on. This is what we need to do. This is the strategy. This is the approach. They're making it up. And if it doesn't sound right to you, if you've got questions, if you've got concerns, freaking ask, push back. And then if they have a problem with that, that's a red flag. That's a huge red flag. And you need to figure out what's the appropriate action for you in that scenario. Because it is not okay as an adult for you to be reprimanded or sidelined or treated unfairly because you had a question or raised a concern. It's not okay. It's not cool. And women in the workplace have not ruined anything. We have improved things. Are you freaking kidding me? Feminism in the workplace, I don't even see it. Like, there's still far less women leaders. There's still far less equal pay. Don't even get me started on equal pay. As a hiring manager, I see women still making a quarter of what men make in the same position with even more experience, who do an even better job, and they make a quarter. And I'm there like, what's your salary range? And they tell me like a pittance, and I'm like, because I literally can't say, I'm the hiring manager, I'm not supposed to say, I'm supposed to be looking out for the company, so I can't say, girl, ask for more. But they say it, and I'm like, I tell you what though, everyone I mentor, I tell them the numbers to ask for. And if you're curious, I mean, hit me up, I will tell you, because y'all are not asking for the right numbers. Whatever you're asking for, freaking at least double it, girl. So yeah, feminism in the workplace has not made, well, it's made a dent. It's made a dent. It's made a dent. It needs to do a lot more.